Let's Dine Out California is made possible in part by Tobias Maynard DDS in Redlands, specializing in cosmetic, holistic, and family dentistry. Tobias Maynard DDS in Redlands. PearlyWhitesDDS.com. California Premier Builders LLC, serving Southern California with large and small home and commercial construction services such as remodels, roofing, windows, and solar. California Premier Builders proudly supports Empire PBS and the Let's Dine Out California show.
Welcome to another delicious edition of the Let's Dine Out Show, California. I'm food critic Allan Borgen, the Food Whisperer.
And I'm Busse, and I love to eat.
That's for sure. Today we're in Riverside to two really unique restaurants, and before we get started on that, I wanted to ask you a question. A couple of people have asked me, I heard you have a new co-host. What's her credentials? What makes her a food critic? So why don't you talk a little bit about your background and what makes you a food critic?
Well, I was born in Hong Kong, and my dad's Portuguese, my mom's Chinese, and I've been dining out since I've been a young child. So we dined European cuisine, German, probably Portuguese, Indian, everything.
Okay.
So
now, as you're growing up, you went to New York. You lived in New York.
Yeah, from New York City, moved to Houston, Texas. Lots of food there, very good food. And then I moved to California.
Okay.
So, and then also travel for work. So I've been doing that about 25 years. I dine out about 2 times a day, average 2 meals.
About 6 days a week, I think you said.
6 days a week, yes.
Times 20. So it's about 16, almost 17,000 dishes.
Pretty
Wow.
much.
See, I thought I was the king of food. I had about 22,000 dishes, but she's right on there. So anyway, that's what makes her a foodie. And again, she knows food and she'll try anything. That's the other thing I really found amazing was you never eat at the same restaurant. You always try new foods and new cuisines.
I like to be adventurous. I like to try something new. So I do seek out the more unusual and stuff that I've never had before.
Well, here in Riverside, we got 2 great restaurants. The first one we're at is Heroes Restaurant and Brewery. And right down the block, the Woodfire Cafe. Pizzas and homemade, all kinds of stuff, barbecue and good stuff. So just talking about it, I'm getting hungry. So let's start with first restaurant, Heroes.
Okay, great.
Okay, here in Heroes. Now, Heroes isn't your average restaurant. I mean, first of all, there's 2 distinct sides of it. One side, you walk in there, it's amazing. Wood floors, a lot of brickwork, memorabilia all over the place from the past, and things hanging from the ceiling. They have a tractor, they got carriage. I mean, it's an amazing place just looking for kids and stuff. Then they have a big giant bar, and if I'm not mistaken, they have 18 beer taps, and they also have 12 made beers, which they brew right here on the grounds here.
Oh, wow.
So they make 12 of their own beers here, and it rotates too. They have TVs around here, so it's kind of like a sports bar. The other thing, this is the kind of restaurant that if you're going on a diet or you just got off a diet, this is where you want to go. The portions here are like me times 5. Everything here is huge.
I agree. Everything's just enormous, as you can see in front of us.
Let's start off with Heroes Protein $14.50. This consists of 1.5 pounds of fries, real crisp. Comes with about 6 ounces of cheddar cheese curds. They stick it in the oven to melt. Then they add about 6 ounces of short ribs. They cut it, shred it all around it. And then they add the poutine. Then they add green onions. Wow. Everything, again, this is just unbelievable, the portions. I like this dish. I love the short ribs. The poutine's the only thing, to me, it missed a little bit, I think, salt, a little bit of flavor. It didn't quite hit it like I've had. You went to Canada, you've had poutine before. What do you think about it?
I think it's the gravy. It needs to be a little bit more thicker, maybe.
You thought thicker, okay.
And then a little more cheese. Poutine is all about the cheese and gravy, so.
I just thought it needed salt, a little more salt to it, so. Okay, well, disagree's fine, so. Next one we had.
Next one, we have Guilty Pleasures pastrami fries. It's 5 pounds of curly fries, Bud's Famous Chili, chopped pastrami, pickles, pepperoncinis, tomatoes, sweet hop, mustard, and sour cream.
That's it?
Yeah. And the whole kitchen sink, actually.
Now this is $15 and it's massive. And what's neat about this place is if you have 6 people here, it's $3 extra and they basically make it for a split charge. So it's enough to eat, but these portions are enough for 3, 4, 5, 6 people.
Yeah, as you can see, this massive, huge heap of pastrami in front of us. It's really delicious. The curly fries are crunchy, the chili is nice and has a good kick
Although
to
it had beans to it, which I wasn't real happy about, but that's okay.
Well, that's preference, right?
Yeah,
and the pastrami is really tasty, plus the pepperoncinis and everything that garnish. It's just really, really a good complement to each other.
And what's nice about the pastrami is they grill it too, so it's got a little crunch to it on the flat grill, so I like that. Next came a salad. You got to have a salad. This is cilantro shrimp salad, $16. Again, this is massive. It's tequila lime marinated shrimp, and these are large jumbo shrimp. Corn, radishes, queso fresco cheese, sweet roasted bell peppers, avocado, tortilla chips, and a really good balsamic tamarind vinaigrette. What I like about the salad, it had a little bit of everything. At first, I wasn't sure if I wanted it. I forgot to count how many shrimp. These are big shrimp too, plump and juicy, succulent. I liked the salad. It had a lot of different flavors, textures. I liked balsamic. It was a little bit of sweet, had a little bit of a tamarind flavor, and it had the tanginess. So I thought it was a nice salad.
Yeah, I like it. Tamarind kind of cuts down on the acidity of the balsamic vinaigrette, so it's a little more sweet to me. I like it. It's really a really tasty dish, actually.
Yeah, good salad. And it was healthy too, supposedly.
Next came the fried chicken sandwich for $15.50. It's 8 to 10 ounces of breaded chicken breast, bacon, sharp cheddar cheese, avocado, shredded lettuce, tomato, fried buttermilk, onion straws with ranch dressing, and on a potato bun. Now, we opted to put buffalo sauce and blue cheese, which make it
Highly recommended.
definitely, it was definitely a kick and a creaminess all together.
And a lot of blue cheese. I mean, it melted a little bit. I mean, there's a lot. Most of the time they just throw a little bit on, but this is I thought it was a great sandwich.
Oh, it's really delicious and it's really hearty.
Then we got a burger of all burgers. This is the Red Tractor Burger, $16.50. All I can say is, oh my. This is about an 8 to 10 ounce beef patty. It's an 80-20 mix, which is perfect. You get enough fat and beef. Comes also with a split andouille sausage. Both of them are grilled, so it's nice grill marks on it. Comes with Swiss cheese, cheddar cheese, pepper jack cheese on a potato bun with bacon, chipotle aioli, bib lettuce, and onion rings. Yeah, now you get the choice of sides. On this one we had onion rings, battered onion rings, a lot of them too. I mean, unbelievable portions of onion rings, but they're really good. They're crispy and nice and oniony. You have a choice of either fresh fruit, or you got a macaroni salad or an Italian pasta salad, which we had on that. So again, you get your choice. I really like this sandwich. It's incredible to eat. I don't know how you could eat it all at one time. It's gigantic, but we did it. And I just really enjoyed it. And I just thought the flavors were really good. They put enough of everything on there so it all blends well. And on every bite, you get something.
Yeah, and the cheese is melted right onto the patty. And the meat is so juicy. So it's just really good burger.
I hate when you get a burger and the cheese doesn't melt. Okay, Chef Matias, we're here. This is one of your specialty items here.
Yeah, it's one special item for us in here, signature item. It's 22 ounces prime ribeye steak.
Wow.
I mean, you can see it's already been seasoned for a couple hours.
Okay.
It's special season. We do it in here. 3 different salts. We have a little bit of cumin, a little bit of garlic salt too.
And what you're gonna do first is a broiler, right?
We're gonna mark it. We're gonna mark it real nice. It's about 2 minutes on each side, and we're gonna finish in the oven for like 8 to 10 minutes. Beautiful marks. Marbling obviously is helping a lot, and that's one of the things we do in here. We cut it all ribeyes.
So you do about 2-3 minutes on each side.
On each side, so you can see the marks nice and
sear it really
and sear it real good, so all the juices can stay inside. So we're gonna finish in the oven, for another 8 more minutes.
How high a temperature?
It's 350 to 400, depends your oven.
Okay.
But it's gonna be about 8 minutes.
Okay, Chef, so while the steak is cooking, let's start with what, mac and cheese?
Yeah, we're gonna start with our mac and cheese. You can see our pasta right here.
Okay.
So we're gonna throw these in the water for a few seconds.
Okay.
It's already pre-cooked.
getting warm.
It's getting warm right now, and so we're gonna put a special sauce, a mac and cheese sauce.
What kind of cheeses you put in here?
We do 5 blend cheeses.
5?
Yeah, 5. We get Parmesan, Romano, cheddar cheese, Monterey, and a little bit of the mozzarella. So you can see it takes 2 minutes. Our sauce is already nice and hot.
See, folks, this is the kind of thing you make at home when people come. You don't have to make it in advance. It doesn't take that much.
Yeah, make it. It's fresh. 2 minutes. And tastes real good. And we put a little bit of breadcrumb.
See, I'm a breadcrumb person. A lot of people don't like breadcrumbs on their mat, but that's the only way to have it. You get a crunch and...
Crunchy, nice.
Is that panko?
Yeah, it's panko. Season it. Yeah, we season it here. We do everything in here.
Now there you have what? Zucchini, 2 types of zucchini?
We got 2 types of zucchinis. We mark it in the broiler, make it nice, get a good flavor from the seasoning. And we got a special blended butter in here. We do our butter too. We do different kinds of seasonings and everything. Savory, a lot of garlic, not a little bit, a lot of roasted garlic. It's good for...
Garlic's good.
Yeah, garlic is always good.
Keeps Dracula away. Oh my, look at that. Oh, that's gorgeous. Now is that pretty much medium?
Yeah, it's pretty much medium to medium rare. I always touch them. Yeah.
It's all by touch, right?
Always. I always do that. Make sure.
So you like playing with food.
I like to play with the food, yeah, especially with the steak. When it's cooked the right way, yeah, absolutely.
That's beautiful. Look at that. Oh. So mac and cheese there.
So we got the mac and cheese, and ribeye steak comes with garlic bread.
That sourdough bread?
It's a sourdough bread, yeah. We do our sourdough bread in here. We put a little bit of
Butter,
the
garlic.
cheese, butter, yep, right there. Steak comes with the same butter we put in the veggies.
Oh my goodness. Your portions are huge.
Portions, they're pretty good. I think 2 people cannot finish this portion.
This is my favorite, the onion rings.
Yep, onion rings.
Onion straws. Oh, look at that.
Right in top.
Wow.
That's one of the signature dishes in here.
Well, as a food critic, I got to taste it.
Absolutely. Put a little bit of butter in there.
Very tender.
Tender, yeah.
Juicy. Tender.
Marble and tender, yeah.
How many of these do you sell in a week?
In a week, I can say maybe between 50 to 60. In the weekends when it's busy, we sell a lot.
Creamy.
Yep. The breadcrumb have to be a little bit salty to compensate with the pasta.
Yeah, it's not solid, but it's
Tastes real good, yeah.
crunch to it. So.
Yeah. It's we put a little bit of the lemon pepper in there.
Very good. Well, Chef, thank you so much. And
No problem. Thank
looking
you.
forward to come here and eat this later on.
Sure, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Anyway, so that's it. They have a large menu. They have a selection for everybody. It's one of the biggest menus I've ever seen, and everything here is exciting. Plus, they have great drinks here. We have a lot, make your own beers and a lot of drinks. This is a popsicle drink. It's actually a popsicle in it, so it's a lot of fun stuff. And this is just a great place for families. You can bring young kids here, and it's just a neat place. So, any parting words?
Oh, I think just bring your appetite. This is the place to be.
Like I said, if you're starting a diet or you just got off of one, this is where you want to go. So I just lost 47 pounds on the low carbs. So I think I just gained it back tonight, but it's worth it. So next we're off to right down the block, actually, in Riverside here. It's at a restaurant called Woodfire Cafe. Pizzas, all kinds of fun stuff, including homemade cheese and homemade beef patties and stuff.
That's exciting.
Good
Can't
stuff.
wait.
Okay, should we eat something or what? Let's just look at it. I just want to look. Well, here you are, still in Riverside. Great little restaurant. It's called Woodfire Cafe. Been open for about 3 years. It's kind of interesting concept. It's a pizza oven they have here, so they make really good pizzas. But they also do some pasta dishes, wings, and sandwiches that are pretty amazing. And the owner makes a lot of stuff by hand. I mean, it's all handmade here.
He did mention that the fennel sausage he makes by hand, the meatballs, Canadian bacon, the pastrami, corned beef, and he also grind his own beef out of 50% brisket and 50% chuck.
You don't see that very often. The other thing too is really neat It's a long, narrow restaurant, and on the wall is artwork, original artwork, and it's all for sale. So they're local artists, which is kind of neat. It's a nice little vibe, something like you get in Santa Barbara or San Francisco, but I really like it here. It's really neat. So, okay, let's start with the Sweet Ash Burger. This was $13. This consisted of about a 8 ounce or so patty. Again, it's 50% brisket, 50% chuck, which is perfect for the ratio of fat and meat. It comes with grilled pineapple, house-made Canadian bacon, impressive, lettuce, tomato, sweet red onions, chipotle aioli, a sweet Asian banh mi sauce, which is hoisin sauce, and a couple other things he won't tell me, and on a brioche bun. I thought this was excellent. Nice burger, very juicy. You ask how you want your burger. Medium rare was what we had. It was perfect, juicy, a lot of flavors. We had it with zucchini. They bred their own zucchini. It's nice and crisp. Really nice sandwich.
It's just so much flavor. I really like the texture of the meat. You can really tell the quality of the meat. It's not, not processed. Right. It's not store-bought. So it's just everything tastes just right.
He cuts it and grinds it right here, so you can't beat that. So then they have some great pizzas.
Yeah, 12-inch meat lovers pizza. It's for $16. It's a house-made fennel sausage, pepperoni, ham, their signature meatballs they make here, and prosciutto.
Right, and what's nice is the dough is nice and it's light, it's airy. They use 00, which is like the best flour. They make it in a wood-burning oven right there, and it's just really good. It only takes about 2-3 minutes at the most, I think. It's crispy. It's crisp on the outside. It's real, thin crust, and I really like it.
I really like the cheese. It's like oodles and bunch of cheese when you bite into it, and you taste all the different meat.
And the fennel in the sausage, that's what put me over. It's like, wow.
Definitely.
I don't see that too often. So, next came a Reuben sandwich, but not just a Reuben. This is $14. Now you get your choice of either corned beef or pastrami. Both are made in the house here. I got pastrami. We got pastrami. This is rye bread. It's a marble rye bread. It comes with a Russian dressing, Swiss cheese, sauerkraut. It had a little fat to it, which you want. You want a little grease to it. But the whole flavor was great. The coleslaw that came with it was tangy, a little vinegar based. And then we had it with incredible thick sliced onion rings. I mean, this is like one giant onion. It's amazing.
Yeah, the onion rings are like sliced in half, basically an onion, and they batter themselves with beer batter and then deep fry it. So it's really crispy and light too.
And I know you love the Reuben. You like the marble, rye bread. I'm used to having the Jewish fry bread, but this is very good.
Yeah, it's very tasty.
And big too. Don't go hungry here, that's for sure.
Next we have the sauteed chicken penne pasta with poblano sauce. It's $13. It comes with a white poblano Alfredo sauce with penne pasta, sauteed chicken, and Parmesan cheese.
Very creamy, very buttery. I liked it because the pasta to me was just perfect. You said it was a little bit overdone. I thought it was good, but we disagreed on that. I had this before one time and I didn't like it. This time around, much better. Poblano chili is not spicy. It's got just a little kick, but it's all about flavor.
Yeah, I like the hint of poblano in it. I've never had any Alfredo sauce that has a poblano sauce in it. So this is really unique.
Very good, very different. Then they have wings, not just any wings. These are incredible wings. This is $9. You get 6 of them. First, they're marinated and they're smoked. They get their own rub and then they're smoked. Then they just stick it in the fryer so it's real crispy on the outside. Then they tossed with a bourbon barbecue sauce. Wow, first of all, the smell is you smell it and you can smell the vinegar-based type. It was just a delicious smelling sauce, but the flavors, it really came together. You had a hint of the smoke, but the barbecue sauce was fantastic. I really liked it. Messy, get all over you, and it was so good.
It's sweet and spicy, and they actually make it themselves, so it's just heavenly.
Okay, Jesse, we're gonna do a Cuban sandwich, which is very popular. All of a sudden, Cuban sandwiches have gone crazy, but I've heard yours is one of the best, so let's start with that.
Yeah, what we try to do as close to what a Cuban sandwich is originally.
What kind of roll is that?
That is a telera roll. It's a Mexican sandwich roll.
You can get that at any Mexican market.
Any Mexican market, it's called a telera.
Okay, then we have mustard.
We have mustard on both sides. Okay. We're going to put Swiss cheese on both sides.
Okay.
Then we're going to put ham on both sides.
Okay. Just any kind of ham?
I'm using a pit ham. The best ham that you can get is what you should use. That pork is called cochinita pibil. It is a Mayan roast pork from the Yucatan. That is correct.
Oh, wow, okay. So then you stick it on the grill, okay?
Stick it on the grill. You know, we all like a little crispiness, right? A little texture.
Now,
Right?
normally this is done in a panini style, but you can also grill it too, like you're doing.
Exactly. I've got a panini press, but it works better on here. This shows you more how you could do it at home, actually, on top of your, on a pan or, you know, however you decide to do it. You see how crispy that gets, a beautiful
wow,
brown. All the sugar's caramelized.
About how many ounces of meat?
We've got about 6 to 8 ounces of pork.
Okay, wow. Okay, then you got, it's just dill pickles?
Just regular dill pickles.
so
You got to get a little crunch and little contrast. Warm the bottom of it for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to flip it over and then grill it and put a press on it. So we're going to wait a minute to get a little, very easy, extremely.
It's funny, it's a sandwich, it's so good, but it's just so easy to make. Turn it over, okay.
Flip it over. Press it. About 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes on each side.
You want it nice and crispy.
I want the bread crispy on the outside.
That's what makes it so good.
Exactly.
That's it.
We're gonna do some garlic parmesan fries now.
Ooh, garlic parmesan fries.
Yeah. We double fry our potatoes.
Okay, so real crispy.
So this is after the first fry. Okay. Goes back in. We'll give it a couple minutes. We want the outside to crisp up.
Right.
Cheese is melted. So that baby's ready. Let me go over here.
Oh, they're nice and crunchy. Ooh,
Yes, that's what we're looking for. We're doing the garlic parm fries.
okay. A little salt. Okay.
This is garlic and butter.
Oh, wow. Okay.
See that?
Oh, yeah, they got big chunks. Ooh. Toss it. It's all distributed nice and even.
Little parmesan, freshly grated.
Okay, well, let's try the fries first. Oh, garlic and parm. Now I'll get the sandwich. Oh, look at this. Wow. The crispiness really adds a lot to it.
Yeah,
Very good. Again, simple but so tasty.
exactly. That's the whole idea. To me, that's food.
Cuban sandwich right here at Woodfire Cafe. Well, there you have it. 2 great restaurants in Riverside, and I really enjoyed both of them. Very different, and both of them are very hearty. That's the good thing about it, and well worth the money. So until next week, food critic Allan Borgen.
And Isabel Busse.
Happy eating, everybody.
Happy eating.
They're going to eat that much.
I know.
Let's Dine Out California is made possible in part by Tobias Maynard DDS in Redlands, specializing in cosmetic, holistic, and family dentistry. Tobias Maynard DDS in Redlands. PearlyWhitesDDS.com. California Premier Builders LLC, serving Southern California with large and small home and commercial construction services such as remodels, roofing, windows, and solar. California Premier Builders proudly supports Empire PBS and the Let's Dine Out California show.